Hey guys, Harry here. Back with another Bricklaying vlog. I'm doing a, sort of a bit of a voiceover start to it. Coming up in this video, we've got a time lapse. We're doing the other skin of this jack wall. Obviously, we've got me doing about 4 course here, real time, and we've got a few check-ins obviously on site. So I just thought I'd let everyone know if you want to just skip along if you don't want to listen to the whole thing. This is what's happening in the video. Um, we got there late this morning. I say later on in the video, I'm not going to tell anyone what time I got here, but got here at 10 o'clock. I just thought I'd give a bit of reference to what I was on about. We have a vet appointment this morning. One thing led to another, and we didn't get to site until 10. We were meant to get here a bit earlier, but we didn't. If I'd have got here about an hour earlier or an hour and a half earlier, which would have been his normal time, we get here 8:30, I'd have got all those extra bits of block work done. But we just got this chat wall up today. A little bit of a spoiler, but that's what we got up today. If anyone just wants to listen to the voiceover part. I know time lapses aren't always everyone's cup of tea. I don't really like watching time lapses myself. On other people's videos, I watch them now and again. Depends what they're building. If and I like it as well if you can see what they're doing. I find a time lapse when it's too far away, it takes a bit away from the build. I know people do it for the angle and the lighting and stuff, but I like it when you can see what they're doing in the time lapse in it. You can really I find it looks better, but it's all different situations how you whatever you're building. So obviously you can hear still nursing this cold. It's like, because it's right on my chest. Obviously I'll be using the Mrs. Inhaler to keep us going. I'm not asthmatic or anything, but it just relieves the chest a bit. Obviously it's like a little bit of fluid on the lungs, bit of semi-pneumonia-ish, but keep going. Obviously we did half a day Tuesday, we did a full day Monday, and then we've done sort of a semi-full day today, even though we didn't get here till 10. We didn't lay a block till 10:30, so you can count that as a full day if you want. Like for me, I'm on on reduced hours at the moment. I'm trying to still turn up every day I can, work every day I can, but I'm just trying to not do many more than 7 hours a day at the moment. Probably 7 to 8 max, 8.5 max if I'm going to really push the boat out. If I'm trying to get something finished. Like today I knew that we needed tidying up in the morning, so I'll pop a few thermalite blocks on these remaining little bits of white work left. and I'll clean up and they'll be all ready to jump onto that, that joist lift next to us in the morning. Today's topic, I did a little bit of a separate video talking about, why I arrive after 8. I've done a video about it months and months ago. It's got probably one of my highest viewed videos. And it's completely, it's up to the individual what they want to do, and I find working one-on-one allows you to dictate your working hours more than anything. Obviously, it doesn't always work in a lot of situations. There's a lot of guys who don't feel comfortable enough working, taking the sole responsibility of a build on their own. There's guys who, they're not quick enough on their own. It takes a certain type of mentality to be in a one-on-one. It takes a lot of organisation, takes a lot of confidence, and a lot of guys just don't want to do it. They just rather have someone with them. Even if they're qualified and even if they're competent, they like to have someone with them. The old saying is 2 minds are better than 1. I like working on my own, working one-on-one. It's just easier, and I can get to site whenever I want. I can leave whenever I want. I have complete dictation over whatever I pay my odd carrier. Obviously at the moment it's the missus, so it's a bit of a bonus. It's a bit of a bonus having her work with me. When you get in gangs with splits, 50-50 split, 60-40 split with with a less experienced bricklayer, or you're on 70-30 with an improver or an odd carrier, whatever. You've got less. The working environment becomes less flexible. I don't personally work in any gangs where we have splits. Everyone who works with me, they get a set wage. Any odd carrier that works with me gets a set wage, and their wage is dictated by how good they are. It is one of those. It is one of them. Everyone has their own ideas. It takes a selfish sort of mentality, really, to be a one-on-one a lot of the time. I do it because I can't handle the stress of working in gangs. I was slightly getting stressed having a 1 and 2 because I struggled to find wages for everyone all the time. I struggled to cover wages with an inefficient 1 and 2. Really, the missus was only suited to ever just working with me. She's quicker than most odd carriers I've had. She's not the quickest at loading up, obviously. She's still building her fitness up. But she easily keeps me going. She easily can get me all the gear I need on a particular day. She can't really load out much in front, but I don't need her to be able to do that. I can load out in front on the days that we lose time. We sometimes have a mad half hour before we leave and load up in front and stuff. I don't mind. It keeps me fitter. And, it's low stress. When you've got someone loading out in front all the time, it's an extra wage you're going to pay. I did it with Dean. I paid him to load out in front. Sometimes all you need is someone to keep you going, keep the gear in front of you, stack your bricks up, pass you the blocks. And that's what the missus is doing for me at the moment. It makes a massive difference, and she wants to help me as well. This is the thing. So, someone who if you can find someone who wants to help you, which I never found really when I had odd carriers or paying in the past, is because they were just doing it for the money. They didn't actually want to help you. They just wanted to, get paid. And at the end of the day, I've done my time. I think now, offering people opportunities, offering people starts, getting apprentices. Because I find people don't value what the opportunity you're giving them. So I just do. I just work now to my own pace, to my own, do what I want to do now, really. So that's the point I'm at now. Might get an apprentice again in the future. I don't know, but I'm happy just one-on-one at the moment. The old man's going to come back if we need him, but at the moment, I probably won't really need him. Not for a few months, really. The amount of time we're going to lose with cold weather. If I start getting up a bit earlier and getting to work earlier, when it's a bit cold, we'll easily make up any time loading up we need. Because the only downside with these heavy bricks, you can't get 2 packs on a loading bay. You can only get 1 at once. But realistically, if we've already got some semi-loaded out the night before, 1 pack on the loading bay in front to load out in the morning is easily good enough. Even a pack and a tub, obviously. Keep us going. Obviously, I'll be going back to my big corner building still, building big corners. I'm not trying to attack gables in one go yet. I'm gonna probably attack the next joist lift in one go, but I'm just going steadier, really. I had plans to speed up a bit with the 1 and 2, and obviously we're being let down and stuff, and Dean jacking up, understandably. I just realised that 1-on-1 is probably the most optimal. It's probably the most optimal gang size, especially for making money as well. So, but yeah, I've not got much to talk about, as you can hear. I'm full of it. So, the video I made before, it was a bit, philosophical and shit, and I don't always want to post my ramblings. They're a bit embarrassing sometimes, but. Talk a little bit about Jack Walls, actually. Might as well get the whole video voiced over, the whole 20-minute section I'm going to talk. Jack Walls, my tips for taking up Jack Walls in one go. I've tried profiles. I've tried the Collison profile setup with a T-clamp and, you know, with just a steel. Fantastic setup, worked great. But it just doesn't suit my style or my size, my gang size. I could set four profiles up each side, but I find moving the line up, I find it a little bit fiddly. I'm not gonna lie. You probably do get a bit of a stable corner. It does take up some preparing as well. I could probably do with getting two sets of lines if I do these with profiles next time. The only reason I've been doing corners is it gets my how I'm doing it now, my 6 course on my back, then my brickwork. I can get that rack back built up with my corner, and probably in future I'll take my white work out 1 extra course of block, because as you can see on the back rack back, there's only 1 block and a 150, you know, and a 200mm piece to put on there, and then another block, and that's my back complete. So that's probably what I'm going to do next time. Because that's the only reason I probably won't use profiles. I just want to get that corner up with my white work, and when you're using profiles, you need to get your white work all the way to the top, and I find it just makes that little pillar a little bit wobbly. That's the only reason I'm not using profiles. It's a trivial reason. If you had a multiple people laying in the gang, profiles would be perfect, because you could get maybe a little improver to, you know, less experienced improver to do a little bit of block work at the back while you're running these jack walls in. Definitely faster. Profiles definitely faster. Probably speed you up by an hour. Probably an hour per skin, you know, so you could probably, you know, get it up 2 hours quicker this wall, probably with profiles. But that's the reason, just ease of the build for myself. A little bit easier setting up, you know, as well for the boards. If I do a big corner, I only need to use a max of 4 boards. So that's another reason. Also, as you can see, I've been doing the 1 motion perp joint as well. I find this really easy. When I'm using wet gear, also, I do no grooves in the spread. And then when it gets to ideal concrete block laying gear, I just put normal V's in spreads, you know. And other than that, there aren't really many other tips I can give. Like, you know, just put the right amount of spread on, no excessive, you know, no lateral tapping, just vertical tapping so you limit movement. Don't go any higher than like 4 course in one go. No more than maximum of 2 blocks of a hanging, you know, the other skin. So I always go 4 course on this low level, because it's quite stable, first 4 course. But then after that I'll go like 6, so that's 2 above the 4, and then I'll go 4 at the other side, and that's 2 above the 8, 2 above the 6, the 7, and then obviously the last 2 to finish the 9. So you'll see throughout the video how I attack the build. There's little nuances and stuff. I try to go under the line after 4 course or so. I start to lift the block under the line. There's obviously ways you could probably lay these with the line on the other side of the block if you're laying a bit wider cinder blocks and stuff like that, like they do on the spec mix. But you know, standard way of laying blocks is fine. You know, there's nothing that really speeds you up massively. You could probably use a bigger trowel maybe, but I tried using the wide London Tyresack again, and it felt terrible. It felt horrible compared to this. I love the small trowel, so much easier to perp the block as well. So yeah, I'll leave you guys with a little bit of raw laying footage, I think, for the next few minutes, and I've got a time lapse after this. So I hope you guys enjoy the remainder of the video. I've got to break off now because I've got to get tea, so I can't really do as long a voiceover as I would have liked, and to be honest, my chest isn't going to cope with it, to be honest, today, so I've got to rest up for tomorrow when I get somewhat of a full weekend. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video in the next couple of days. Probably see you with a video on Friday. Thanks a lot guys, I'll see you next one. Is it? Yeah, defo. I've got to go back up and up over. Hopefully if it won't. chew them slow, apparently. Apart when you chew them slow. Come on. Okay. So we're in again today. Feeling a bit worse than yesterday, to be honest, but how'd I go? We're still here. Show you what I've got done. I'll not tell you what time I got here because it winds everyone up. So you've seen time-lapse, obviously. That's what we got up. I'm going to bang this corner up for former again. I'm going to run 6 course on this side, and then 4 on the other side, and then 2 to finish that off. And I reckon that'll be us today, because we'll run out of gobbo, because I don't think there's enough gobbo here today. But I might have to put these pieces in tomorrow. I'm leaving it down like I have there, so I can get a briquette and half a block on for his lintel, and then we'll resume. We'll resume next lift, and then we'll be up there. Scaffold's been up for a day or so now, but me being badly, I've not been putting in any many hours, so we'll be up there tomorrow, bumping out, I would have thought, and get going. Cheers. Three 12, 3:15. So that's one side up. It's a bit longer than we thought because looking, I was 20 blocks short, so I had to bump some out from down there. There's a pack down there. So we've got 2 courses on this side to do now. We're losing the light, but we'll crack on. It should only take us half an hour. And Mel passes me the blocks every course now. And then in the morning she's going to tidy up while I cut a block under them. So I don't know if I've got any briquettes, and then just fill in 3 blocks on each rack back really. 4 blocks on that middle one. Same here, so about 20 blocks to do it morning. And we'll be after snap probably up there loading that one up, getting ready to go. Right, I'll see you in the next clip. So that's that done. Full light in a day. Well, bar as first course set out. It's 4 o'clock if you can see there. We got here at 10, just after. So we haven't had a snap, which worked 6 hour, about 250 block, including these little front pillars. We've got these to finish off. Mel wants to go on, but I'll just show you here. Just get me level, put it anywhere. There you go, level all the way down, even to the bottom there. So might be could get maybe a bit of paper behind it maybe, but I think that's good enough for most. So yeah, that's probably a better side. The other side probably you could get, 2 bits of paper down. So right, enjoy. Right, I'm back home now. That's out. He went to the vet today. That's why we got there at 10 o'clock. But it just shows that it doesn't matter what time you arrive to site, it's what you do when you're there. You can still lay 250 block in a day, building corners. Obviously, we had a couple built already. I built 2 already this morning. That bloody monster won't leave me alone. Ugh! But yeah, so hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. We're doing a joist lift, or what we're going to call it. I like the name murder lift for it because it is one of the lifts that most people make no money on. Squaring up to joist, but that won't be the case with mine, hopefully, if we have all the lintels. So, alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.